California raised the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 an hour earlier this year. Critics argued, not unreasonably, that any gain in income would be wiped out by higher prices and unemployment. But now, 7 months later, we have some data to understand what happened. So stick around, because in 2 minutes, you will be an expert on what happens when you raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour. In April of 2024, the minimum wage for fast food workers in California went up to $20 an hour. That is a full $4 an hour more than the current state minimum wage. There are currently about 750,000 fast food workers in California, but only about 500,000 actually got this raise. That's because the increase only applied to large chains with 60 or more locations nationwide. So small businesses were exempt, but weirdly there was another exemption that caused a little bit of backlash. The law did not apply to restaurants of any size that operated a bakery and sold bread as a standalone item, which was pretty weird because it turned out that one specific restaurant met that criteria. And it just so happened that one of Governor Gavin Newsom's biggest donors owned 24 of these Panera locations in California. So yeah, not a great look. To be fair, the owner of those Panera breads said that they will voluntarily comply with the new minimum wage. Still, I have to pause because I'm curious what you think. Was there any good reason for this Panera exception, or was this political shenanigans? Moving on, critics were concerned that the wage increase was unfair, would cause job losses, and cause massively increased prices. As far as price increases go, the critics had it right. Prices did go up, although it was only about 3.7% across the board. But that correlated with an 18% increase in pay for about 500,000 workers in California. So ultimately, the people who work, earn money, and buy things did get a raise that outpaced the price increase. For now, at least. We'll keep an eye on this. But what about job losses? This part gets really interesting. After the law was signed, but before it took effect, various sources reported that California lost just under 10,000 fast food related jobs. It should also be noted that those job losses did rebound after the law took effect. That is not including about 1,300 delivery driver jobs that were also lost. Some evidence suggests that those losses had more to do with competition from food delivery apps than the wage increase, and that's why they're excluded. But again, data shows no significant impact on jobs since the law took effect. And that's promising because on October 16th, 2024, California began the process of steadily increasing healthcare workers' wages to a new minimum of $25 an hour. So now I gotta ask, does this data prove that raising the minimum wage was a net good for the economy, or are there some consequences that we have to watch out for? And here's an even bigger question. Will this wage increase drive more automation, replacing more workers? And if you made it this far, you are clearly a labor law nerd, just like me. So why not follow for more?